I walked out of the movie theater. I couldn't watch it. I know it was like 20 minutes left, but I literally couldn't watch it. I couldn't. Let me set the scene for you. So I was in the movie theaters on a day where I wasn't really feeling good mentally. It was in a week where I wasn't feeling good mentally. So I was like, okay, let me go watch a movie in movie theaters. Usually when I go to the movie theaters, and watching a movie in movie theaters, I have an intimate connection with movies and TV shows. It's a big part of my childhood. It's a big part of who I am. Hence me reacting to movies and TV shows. So it always makes me feel better, no matter whatever mental state I'm in. It removes me from where I'm at and puts me in a different world, provides perspective. And I thought I would do that with Alien. I mean, I was looking at the show times on that day. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I was looking at the show times and I saw Alien Romulus. I've been wanting to watch that movie and see what it's about for the girls. And I was running late. It was running late. So either I missed the movie or I run late and miss some of the trailers and just watch the movie. So I decided to go. I was running quite late to the point where I'm pretty sure I missed the entire trailer section, which honestly, I really do like watching the trailers. I need to know, what movies are going to be anticipating this fall. I kind of have a really good idea of the movies and TV shows that are going to be dropping. But I love watching the trailer for the movie. It also sets the scene for you when you're watching the movie. So I personally love that, but I missed it this day. So I'm in the movie theaters. Knowing me, I always get a bag of popcorn, either medium or large. And I was quite hungry. It's kind of around dinner time, past dinner time, so I really was hungry. So I went to get a pizza, and I usually love this pizza. It's Landmark Theaters, if anybody who's wondering. The pizza is it's so good. It's pizza slice was incredible. I love this so much. And so it was an excuse for me to order pizza, even though I shouldn't be ordering it, but whatever. I ordered the pizza, got my popcorn, got my drink. I love the fact that I can select the drinks, but I'm not, FYI, like a fun fact, I'm not really a big soda fan. I'm a big sparkling water fan, but I'm not really big on soda. Fun fact. Anyways, I got my drinks, I got my popcorn, I got my pizza. I'm in the movie theaters and I realized I'm missing like 5 or 10 minutes of the movie, I'm pretty sure at this point. So I end up going into the theaters and I find my seats. I'm the only one in my row. And keep in mind as well, as context, I really did not watch the trailers before I watched the actual movie. So I think the only trailer I did see was a trailer. I did see a portion of the Aliens trailer as a trailer for a different movie that I watched earlier this year. So the trailer to me looked really good. So I was like, okay, let me watch it. And then I really didn't see much of the characters. The characters look young, but not that much. Anyways, so I'm sitting down, I'm watching this movie. It's good. Like I didn't know what to really expect. I know it's going to be a thriller, it's going to be a horror. So I'm sitting and I'm seeing like a bunch of kids like sitting around and talking. I have no clue what's particularly going on. And so I see them talking. They enter a ship. They're like, oh, we shouldn't go. Some say we shouldn't go. And I'm like, okay, I'm eating my pizza. I'm feeling good. And then they end up going on the ship and they end up being at the place where the little alien creatures were contained for how many years now? So they're there, and I'm watching this movie, and I'm like, wait a minute. There's no other characters coming into this movie. Okay, so I only see that it's just these bunch of kids. I'm like, okay, where is this going? You know what I mean? Where is this going? Keep in mind, I'm from the generation where the first Alien or second Alien movie was a cast full of adults. Now, anyways, I'm watching this movie and I'm seeing like a bunch of the characters bully the black kid. And the black kid black kid is not even a human in the movie. It's actually a robot. And so you have the actual black kid who is the non-white character on the show being bullied for being a robot. And so it was really cringy from the start. So we have David Johnson who plays Andy. He did a really good job playing the character and doing the operation. I think he had a different directive, right? So I'm like, okay, why are all these kids? Actually, no, Alien Wu played Navarro. So there were two non-white characters. So it's like really weird. We're all seeing everybody like bully, except for Rain, of course, bullying this black kid. So I'm like, okay, it's just really cringe. But anyways, I'll keep watching it. And so we're watching it. And it does seem like these kids aren't the smartest in the bunch. And they, pretty much just release the whole gamut of these alien creatures on the ship. And then we're seeing that the alien creature attacked Navarro. Navarro, got planted into this thing. And then, but I'm like, as I'm watching this, I'm like, you guys literally look 15. Like, you guys literally look 12. So I'm seeing Navarro's belly being exploded. And I'm like, oh my God, child endangerment. I'm like, what? What is going on? And this is like one of the things that I do not like about this movie. Number one, the kids were kids. Like, the kids look like kids, act like kids, talk like kids, behave like kids. And then I'm seeing the other girl. I'm talking about, I think the girl who plays, like, one of them is pregnant, and the alien creature, like, killed her, like, took her and used her. You're pregnant? She's 15. That's teen pregnancy. That's teen pregnancy. I'm sorry. Is this movie based off of a book? We will be talking about Uglies. That one is based off of a book. I have some thoughts about that. This is like, what is this? The acting was not even good. The only person who acted was honestly the black kid. Actually, no. The girl who played the teen pregnant girl, Isabel Merced as Kay. Merced as Kay. She did an amazing job. I think her acting was really great. She's Tyler's pregnant sister. So I'm watching this movie and I go, okay, these people don't know how to act. And the black guy is carrying the acting. And these are teens being killed and eaten and used as body sacks for babies. It's the most disgusting thing. I'm like, wow, this is not the world I want to get into right now. And you guys are probably like, oh no, they're in their 20s. They look like kids, okay? They look like kids. It was really weird. Why are we watching aliens kill a pregnant girl? Why are we watching kids being killed? Child endangerment. Where are these people's parents? Is the question. Where are the parents? Listen, I don't know the lore of these characters, so I'm watching it as a person who just like step into this world just as a form of escape, and I'm like, I'm not liking it. Another thing I didn't like as well, the creatures were more scary than I thought. Wow, the creatures were scarier than I thought. Now, keep in mind, when I watch a scary movie and when I watch any thriller and there's like a scary creature, I don't really look at this creature in the face. Like, a lot of y'all do that. You guys are brave. You guys are scary too. I don't look at these creatures in the face. And these creatures, I actually opened my eyes because I thought the creature was gone off the screen. Whoever created that in CGI effects or whatever the frick, you guys did a good job. Because that would forever haunt my brain. So you have this like scary creatures that wants to impregnate these teen kids. Just think about that. I'm like, what is this? I get it. I know they're in their 20s, but they look like they're 15. They look 18. It's scary. I don't know. So I'm at the point where I'm done having aliens physically impregnate and or kill these kids. I don't know what's going on. It seems all over the place. And I'm like, deuces. This is not the Alien movie that I went to go and watch when I was a kid. Like, this is not it for the girls. Somehow has 80% of Rotten Tomatoes. I don't really understand how that's the case. Like, this has to be one of the worst movies for me. Like, I don't know if it was a wrong time, wrong place for my mind. But I'm sorry. They literally look like kids. Like, I don't know how you guys are able to. It's like watching Stranger Things. But Stranger Things kids were actually really smart. These kids are not smart. They're not. I don't know. Stranger Things. And the movie was very predictable. Like, very predictable. I get it. Like, it's aliens. Somebody's going to be attacked by an alien. Someone's going to die. The one thing about this, though, the black person did not die. Usually in these scary movies, thriller movies, the black person is always the first to die. The robot, the black guy didn't die. The black guy, I don't know what happened. Y'all can tell me in the comments what happened. You know, it was like, I'm 3/4 in. I'm like, deuces, I left the movie theater. And it was David Johnson who plays Andy. I'm pretty sure David Johnson who plays Andy and Callie Spinney ends up being the sole survivors. I put $100 in them. It's so predictable. Like, what was that? And then I'm pretty sure the Tyler character, who's played by Archie Renau. Guys, if you guys are hearing my neighbor's dogs, I don't know what's going on with my neighbor's dogs. They're doing the most. I don't know. I apologize. But that's life. So Archie Renau, I'm guessing he dies. Cool. So I like the fact that they incorporated the other characters from the previous movies of Alien. That was pretty cool. That was pretty nice. And the whole element of the old robot and Andy, you know, communicating, and then the old robot telling Andy to give a new directive. That was a really great storyline. If it wasn't for that storyline, I would have left real soon. Real soon, child. I would have left really early. I really don't understand how this got 80% Rotten Tomatoes. I don't understand it. I don't get it, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe I need to watch the first Alien movies to reconnect, but I'm pretty sure they were made out of adults, not teen kids. I don't know. So anyways, that's the Alien movie. Honestly, how would I rate that? 5 out of 10. And let me know your thoughts. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and comment. Do all those good jobs. I always forget to ask in the beginning of the video. And here I am doing that now. Love you. Now, moving on to the next one. Uglies. Girl. Guy. You guys. I have thoughts. I do have thoughts. I do agree with a lot of the comments and reviews that are coming out about this movie, that this movie should have been released in the early 2000s. Let me just start with this. You know Lucky Blue? Does anybody know Nara Smith? Raise your hand if you know Nara Smith. Raise your hand. I see you, girl. I see you. Yes, Nara Smith's husband's in this. In the first 5-10 minutes. Did anybody clock that? Did anybody clock that cameo? I did. Lucky Blue is in the movie. Go watch it again. It's on Netflix, y'all. Lucky Blue is in the movie. Let me just start off with this. I was on my bed just scrolling Netflix or whatever like anyone would do. And I saw this movie pop up on my screen. It's like the first 10 of the movies. It's like number 2 movies of Canada today, whatever the frick. So I clicked on it. And I'm like, oh, this looks kind of interesting. It's giving Descendants, right? It's giving Descendants. And honestly, that's what it's giving. It's giving Descendants, but like watered down Descendants. That's what it's giving. Watered down mixed with Spy Kids. That's what it looks. If you do not know where Spy Kids, I feel bad for your generation. Spy Kids was probably one of the best early 2000s, late 90s movies of the generation. Go watch it. That should be on your fall bucket list. Go watch Spy Kids the movie and all the trilogies. I think it's like 2 or 3 movies that came out of it. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Anyways, Lucky Blue. Don't know what he's doing there. Does anybody know? I didn't know he can act. I thought he can model. I didn't know he can act. Really random, really useless to be put him there. But anyhow, maybe he needs a credit for another movie he wants to be in. Maybe he has a movie coming up and he wants to be in it. And I'm like, okay, I'm here for that. I am. But I'm not here for him here because it's just like, actually, no, I'm here for him here because he's like, what is he contributing to the movie? I don't know. Anyways, so moving on to my next point. So the whole movie is based, so this is based off, the movie's based off of a book, which y'all know my opinions on books. I do read. I read for a living, actually, believe it or not. I don't do a lot of reading for leisure, like reading for pleasure outside of work, but I'm trying to get into it. I do have a Kindle. It's like, when in the day do I do it? And I feel like I'm the type of person to, when I do read, I'm in it, and I'm in it for like an hour, or I'm not in it at all. It's like, it's hot and cold when it comes to reading. But anyways, this movie is based off of a book, a teen novel. So the kids are supposed to be kids. Now, we'll talk. We'll come back to that. So anyways, the movie's about a book. The book is sets the stage where the world is about trying to not look ugly and trying to look pretty, and that helps solve all the world's problems. Okay, okay. Like, what type? I don't. Okay, like, I'm watching the movie. Okay. But on a realistic side of things, if that ends up happening to be the actual world that we live in, it's never going to work. People are too. I think that would actually cause more problems than it does. I do think we have come to a place in the world where things are in a good place in certain things because we do care. We do care about other people. We do care on where things are going to go. We do care on what things look. We do care. If we remove that element and if we only think about ourselves, we are no longer caring. We're no longer providing compassion. We're no longer, thinking about somebody else. We're no longer providing empathy because all we're doing is thinking about ourselves. So that's basically what the movie is saying. And the mayor or the president of this town, city, or whatever of the world, I don't know, who's saying that, you are only valuable once you turn pretty at the age of 16. Obviously, everybody's valuable, no matter what you look like. Yada, yada, yada. You're beautiful, as you know. Like, you don't need to look, conventionally or conventionally pretty. Just you as yourself, be yourself. You're pretty. So I like having that concept and running the world on that concept does not work, because at the end of the day, you do need a person like the girl who plays the girl who plays the president in the movie, which I always forget her name, but Laverne Cox, Miss Cox. So you're going to need somebody to end up controlling everything. And then everybody who's being controlled no longer think about other people, but they end up only thinking about themselves. I think that causes more problems. And I think that's why it ends up being what it was in the movie. So with that being said, it was like a weird concept, but okay, it's a teen novel based off a teen novel. We move on. We have the lead girl, Joey King, plays Tally Youngblood. Joey looks 15. I know she's not. I know she's not 15. I know she's 25. She has an amazing young face. She can literally play any role. But I know that's her. I bet you another $100 for a fact that she probably has issues getting serious roles because of her face. And because of the roles that she played in the past, she's played not innocent roles, but very, not juvenile, but roles that kind of match her face. Like, she literally looks 15. I know she was just in a movie with, oh my God, the guy from High School Musical. Anyways, the guy from High School Musical, she was just in that movie. And I know, I'll bring it up. Anyway, so Joey King looks really young. I personally have no issues with Joey King. The only thing is, I just wish that she wasn't dating Keith Powers or Keith Powers' character in David. I see no connection with that. Before I go into that, Joey King's character wasn't fully developed. It's kind of two-dimensional, you know. Joey King, this is this girl who just, like everybody else apparently in this world, wants to turn 16 so they can be pretty and valuable. They're not valuable unless they turn pretty, right? They're not a person until they turn pretty, right? So with that being said, all we see is this girl, you know, who wants to turn pretty. We know nothing about her. And so we're just following her around. Somehow she has the skills of a ninja who's climbing bridges and buildings and jumping, and has all this courage. Like, we don't know where she gets this from. Like, nobody knows how she's jumping and running like the fastest runner on earth. Like, we don't know, but she just has that. She's just doing it. We don't know. She stumbles upon a world that is led by David, by her friend Shay. She looks 40 in the show. She looks 35. David does not look 16, but I'm assuming David, he didn't just turn 16, you know. I think, and he grew up in this world because his parents grew up in this world and founded this world. So I think I would say he's like early 20s. So these are all supposed to be kids. So we have that. The girl who plays, she's 26. The girl who plays Shay, she's 26. She actually looks 30. Listen, this movie made no sense to me. The movie had no sense. I don't really understand as to where it was going. Like, what is the point of this movie? I know it's based on a book, but Joey just happened to have a conscience because, you know, Laverne Cox's character is killing people. Joey King's and Keith Power's character storyline is also really weird. Like, I do not see the connection between Tally and David. I really don't. They don't do a really good job building that. Like, I just think it's lust. I think they just like each other, but like, what do you like about each other? Does David like the fact that Tally is new and like knows nothing about the world, and Tally just likes him because he's hot? Because if that's the case, that's fine, but we know nothing about Tally, and David knows nothing about Tally other than the fact that she has really great skills. She's friends with Shay, and that's pretty much it. So the romantic connection between the two doesn't make any sense to me, and it's really cringe watching them on screen like kiss and stuff, and I'm like, why do y'all like each other? Is that lust? Because if it is, say it now, and say it now, forever hold your peace. Okay. Who is the best actor in this? Maybe Laverne Cox. Like, I also did not finish this movie. Spoiler alert. I don't know. Like, it's also very, very two-dimensional, and I don't know. It had no complexity to it. It's just, it's a very a shallow. The world is based on a shallow concept. The movie is also based on a shallow foundation that crumbled as time went on. The movie was really good with David's parents. Like, at that time when, you know, Tally was meeting David's parents and telling them, you know, how they created this village of people who did not want to turn pretty. And so that made a lot of sense. But other than that, I would say no. You know, David's parents were actually really good actors. I don't know what in the world was this movie. Like, again, it was all over the place, and I think a lot of people tend to forget too that consumers and people who watch movies and TV shows are quite smart, and so if you're watching a movie like this that apparently got how much on Rotten Tomatoes? 50%. That makes a lot of sense. Got 15% on Rotten Tomatoes, then it's like a really, really, really bad movie. And then you have Shay's best friend. Remember Shay's best friend who ended up turning pretty and then forgot everything about her? okay. Like, it was all like, okay, sure, okay, sure, okay, sure. You can tell that the movie is kind of watered down from what it was. I really want to know what the actual concept of the movie was supposed to be and what the movie is about. And then let me know in the comments if you guys have read the book, because this movie seems like a super watered down version of what it's supposed to be. Quite a shame, because the few of the actors in this movie are I'm quite fans of. So I don't know. I'll give this like a 4 out of 10. Couldn't watch it. There's no reason for me to watch it. Like, it's like, what am I clinging on to? Like, people so they can turn pretty, or if not, they can escape and have like a real life. Like, what the. Anyways, that's my recap for these two movies. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Like, that has to be like some of the worst movies I've watched over the last few months. Like, I don't know what else to say. The acting wasn't that great. The character development wasn't that great. The storylines, maybe one or two storylines that were interesting. I would say the effects, the CGI effects and things like that, special effects are pretty cool. The makeup was good. The makeup was really good, actually. But that's it. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. And don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay woke, stay fit. Stay woke, stay healthy, and stay safe. Bye, bye, bye.